All right, take two. Hello out there. This is how we're going to draw an array of angles. We are first going to make a dot. If your plastic circle maker, if there's a hole in there, great. Then you can just put the hole through the pencil through the hole, and you've got that there. Just make sure you do this, and then draw a circle around it, right? And then, like these are both not right, so only this one's right. Now the fun thing about this activity is you can have those circles overlap. So that's what I'm going to do with this. Place a circle here, right? Make the dot, and then just have the circles go like so. Right? And then I'm even going to make a point where you could even have the circle go off the page, like this. Just make sure when you're drawing the circle, you stop at the edge of the page here. Okay, there you go. All right. Now, so I'm going to zoom in so you can see the pencil. So you do need what I call like a zero line, a straight line. See, like that. And then do another one here. Doesn't matter where it goes, but you will need to have a line coming from the center points. So you need it's a radius, right? So this line is the radius. If the line went all the way across, it's the diameter. So yeah, so I'll start with those three for now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my protractor, and I'm going to put the 0, because there's a line that says 0 right here. And you want to put the 0 line there. And the first thing you do is you go to 90. And you can also use, if you want to use your ruler, you can put your ruler at here. So 0. And this goes up here. And now you can just lightly trace the line. And then, yeah, that looks like a right angle to me. So I can't remember if we talked about what you learned in 3rd grade, and if right angles or angles in general were things that you learned about. And this is 90-degree angle is a right angle. Okay, so this is 90 degrees. And so the rest of this is 270 degrees. A whole circle equals 360 degrees. All right, so I think it's time for, we've done a 90. Let's do half of 90. Half of 90 is 45. So what we'll do here, same thing, you have to find the 0. Actually, the center point is the first most important thing, is you have to find the center point. Line up the center point, and then line up the 0, like so. Okay, I'll show that again. So, X marks the spot. I sometimes use my pencil and then rotate this. And there you go. All right, so from here it goes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So 45 would be this mark here. Now, I've got plastic here. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to cut the extra plastic away. And in this way, you can make a 45-degree angle pretty easily, or easier than you could before. So 40 is here, 50 is there, so right in the middle is this. Oh, and again, I can use my ruler. I can use my ruler here to connect, make sure I get the center point right, to connect the center dot to 45. There, that looks pretty good. Here we go. All right, and then again, lightly draw the line into your shirt, and that looks. Where's my 0? Oh, the other thing is make sure make sure you're make certain that your angles are face up. So this is correct. All right, so here, line that up, 45, that's good. 45 degrees. And if this is 360, if you have a 360 here, you take away 45, that's going to be 15, so 315 degrees. So we have a right angle. This is an acute angle. I think from 90, let's see, we did 270. Let's do 180. So 180 is a straight line. You know, I think I'll finish cutting up the plastic one. So 180 is a straight line, but after we do the 180, I would like, after we do the 180, I'd like to break up the other angles that are left over into even smaller angles still. Yeah, that looks good. So 180 degrees is a straight line. So that, and if that's 180, you know, I'll just put 180 on here. We got lots of space. All right, so far we have 90, 270, 315, 45 degrees, 180 degrees, and 180 degrees. Okay, so time to move in here. Let me, actually, I'll pause it and see what other fractions I want. So be right back. All right, whoops. All right, so what I realized was, rather than get too caught up in what angles I want you to write, I think it's important for me just to back up and re-emphasize what these angles are. So if you have, you know, those wheels that were used for those percentage charts, those were not degrees, those were out of 100. So what we're going to do, you know, those look like this. And these are 10, 20, excuse me, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Those are, oh, hiccups. Those are the percent wheels. These are not percents, these are degrees. You take a circle, right, and you just look at the 0 and the 350, 0 and 10. So this represents a full circle. 90 degrees is what we call a right angle. Excuse me. So 360 degrees is a circle. 180 degrees, half of that, is a straight angle, and half of that, which is 1/4 of 360. If you do straight lines down, so if you had quarters, those would be 90 degrees. That's a right angle. Okay, so those are the first three things you always want to start with. A circle. Oh, and I guess I can take my, with my good pen, make sure this is lined up correctly. And go ahead and put your, use a marker. There we go. And there we go. Again, 270, 90. The next thing I wrote, I skipped down here, right? And I did a straight angle. You might say, well, how is it an angle? It's a straight line. You know, a straight line is still an angle. So 180 degrees there. Same thing, gonna outline it. And after 90 though, we're gonna go down here, we're gonna skip a line, and we're gonna write down the main classifications of angles, right? You can have a circle, which is 360. You can have a, smaller than a circle is something called an reflex angle. Smaller than a reflex is an obtuse angle. Oh, obtuse? No, I think it's straight. Well, I'm going to put obtuse in here. Obtuse. Straight is in between them. Finally, acute. Okay, so three classifications. The acute angle The joke that I like to make with my students is just like Trixie is a small dog, smaller than almost all dogs. But anyway, small angles, angles that are smaller than 90 degrees, those are called acute angles. 45 is an acute angle. 15 is an acute angle. Anything that's less than 90. But it can't be 90. As soon as it's a 90-degree angle, so it could be even 89 degrees and lower. There you go. Okay, so what are obtuse angles? Obtuse angles are angles that are bigger than 90. Right, so that, an obtuse angle is something that's between 90 but less than 180. Okay, 90 to 180. And what would that look like? Well, this is too big to be an obtuse angle, but I'll make an obtuse angle right here. So the first thing I'll do is I'll make another circle, and you know what? I can go off the page here. So again, don't remember the center point. Very important. And there we go. So I'm going to do an angle that is bigger than 90. So that's my straight line. And you all know that a 90-degree angle here would be something that goes from here straight out, right? So a 90-degree angle is a straight angle. So instead of there, what if I did, I'm going to do something like here. All right, what would that be if I go from here to there? Oh, so that is, I like that. That's 120. So 0, that's 120 degrees. Now, you can look at our list. Let's see here. Obtuse is between 90 and 180, and 120 is between those. So 120. This is what we would call an obtuse angle. So anything from like 95 or 91 degrees all the way to 179. 179. Whoa! So what's reflex? Reflex is anything that's bigger than 180 degrees. So went from 180 all the way up to 360. So it could be 359 technically. 181 to 359. And then as soon as you hit 360 degrees, that is a circle. Okay, so we have a reflex, right? Here's reflex. That's 270. Yeah, it's in the reflex range. Okay, so that's those are the main angles: circle, reflex, obtuse, and acute. These are what we call angle classification. That's all this. Boop. All right, that's what those are. Okay, so coming soon, I'm going to, not on this video, but in future videos, we're going to do some color coding and all that. The main thing I wanted you to do, I wanted you to go ahead and, what was there? Go ahead and outline your angles, circles, blah, blah, blah. Okay, all right, hope you're doing well out there, everybody. Aloha and au revoir.